Jeremiah, on Wednesday, we asked a bunch of the guys at Media Day who are some players to watch out for, breakout guys, maybe under the radar players that people aren't talking about enough. Your name came up maybe more than anyone else's. So, what kind of offseason have you had, that you feel like you were able to make that kind of impression on your teammates?
I mean, I appreciate them saying that. In terms of what type of offseason I had, and I probably told y'all this back in the spring, but I really stay committed to it. It's just trying to improve every day. And that's what, the coaches, that's what everybody, in the building, they try to, tell us as well, just to improve every day. And if you really, just lock in on that, a lot of good things going to happen, not only, just with me, but, with the whole team, everybody trying to improve every day. You just start seeing it come together, little by little, and it's going to come together at the right time, with the whole team.
What do you feel like you are right now, just individually as a player, as compared to like a year ago in camp?
I'm further than I was, but I'm nowhere where I need to be. I'll say that. Like I said, I truly believe that you just gotta wanna improve every day. You get what I'm saying, and you can't get complacent. Always trying to find ways to get better, not getting too high, too low. That's what I believe in. I really believe in just trying to get better every day, just find a way to get better.
Coach talked a lot in the spring about the competition between you and Braylon. I was wondering what that was like for you. How did it make you a better player?
Braylon, he's a great. He's a great linebacker. So, when you're competing against a guy like that, it all comes down to how consistent you could be, and that's where the battle, is at. Like I said, Braylon is a great player, so he pushes me to be more consistent. I push him to be more consistent. I think we got a great relationship, and I think we got great competition when we go in every day and go work.
Jeremiah, what parts of your game right now are you most pleased with? Do you feel like are strong or looking good? And is there anything that you're particularly dedicated to continue to improve?
Parts of my game, I can always talk about my aggressiveness, but I'm not going to talk about that. Parts that I'm dedicated to improving, just trying to cheat on the field, trying to understand what the offense is doing, trying to anticipate stuff. That's something I've been dedicated to since the spring. Now, just trying to really understand all 22 of the game,
Jeremiah, with so many returners from the linebacker unit, how do you think that's going to really set you guys up for even more success this season?
The chemistry is there. The chemistry is there, and it's gonna be a movie. That's what I say. These guys, and it's not just about what people think they see or know. Watching how the guys in the room work, it's different. It's different. We want it, in the room, and that's what's gonna do it for us. If you don't know anything else, you feel me? It's the guys in the room. We want it, and we working, towards the goals that we set for ourselves. So, it's gonna be good this year.
Blaine, since the end of the spring to the beginning of training camp, where do you think you have really focused on growing?
My health, number one, just making sure that my toe was good. It was big for me this off season, being in the training room, staying on top of medications, giving me all of that. And also, just battling back, being ready for, fall camp, being that, I only got a couple practices in at the end, and then I'm coming off and not playing the whole season. So it was about gaining reps back, so a lot of hard work in between.
How do you feel with the defensive scheme? Is it different from what you were used to, and how comfortable are you feeling?
Yes, it is different from what I was used to last year. The year before is kind of similar because we had more of an attacking style, but it definitely fits me. Being able to go forward last year was kind of more reactive. I like the more aggressive style defense that we do have. I think I'm a perfect fit for the scheme.
We saw you line up with some of the ones today. I'm curious, what do you think you've done really to stand out in practice?
I'm just trying not to waste reps and not making any mistakes, making sure I stay on top of my playbook, and, when my opportunities come, just doing what I can with my technique and, my abilities to, make a play.
You've been at a few schools, and now you've been at Pitt here for 8 months or whatever it is. How would you compare the culture around this program, the locker room, the coaches, with some of the other places you've been?
I've been in some great programs, most definitely, and a part of those programs that made me who I am today. They definitely prepped me. What I love here about Pitt, I love the family feel here. I love the competitiveness of the team. It's a very competitive team, and I love that. I love how much everybody loves football here too. From head down, from the head coach to any walk-on. Everybody loves football. Everybody does extra work. Everybody trying to get extra film in, and that's kind of big for me, especially being older. It makes it fun to come to work every day, being around people who love the game. So I think that's one big thing that stands out to me.
You mentioned you describe yourself as an aggressive player and feeling like that suits you in this defense.
Yes.
Is there anything else about this defense, about this scheme, that you feel particularly is suited to the kind of game you play?
Just the flying around, like I said, we got a vertical style of defense, so we're going. And I just love everybody around me, and that's kind of part of the reason that I did come here. Just to see these guys flying around on film and stuff like that, like that's what you want. So I know I could shoot my shot because I got great linebackers behind me and great DBs behind me, and then 3 other great D linemen. So that's very big.
You came in with Jaden Moore and Joey Zielinski, all 3 of you transferred in at the same
Yep.
time. Now that you've finally gotten to, do some reps with them, what's that competition been like with the 3 of you?
It's been good. Those are great players, honestly, and you don't get better unless you have great competition. It keep a fire under you, so it's no complacency. And those 2 are the closest people I've been to since I've been here. That's the crazy part. So I go put in work with Jaden all the time. We help each other get better, and that's just what it is. We grown, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's my closest friend since I've been here. But with that, you get better. You have no choice but to lock in and hone in on little details. I can't afford, to have MAs because I got other great players, you know what I'm saying, like competing for the same spot I am.
Are you someone that sets individual expectations or goals for yourself, whether that be statistics, TFLs, whether it be playing time, or do you just kind of focus on the team-oriented goals?
Oh, definitely the team. It's never about me. It's never about me. Of course, I want to be the best I can be for the team. That's my mindset. I want to be the best player I can be to help this team win. That's the only way I look at it. And I think if I keep that mindset and keep working every day, I know what comes with that. So that individual comes once the whole team is doing good.
As a transfer, but also an older player, how have you been able to balance being a leader to some of the younger players while also transitioning into a new environment?
I feel like that kind of what came with the role when I came. So for me to be a good teammate, I have to, pour into these younger guys. They are ultra talented. They're very talented. One of the most talented rooms I've been in. I've been around for a while, and I think that's a part of what I had to do to pay my dues back to this game that done a lot for me. I have to feed into them, and I have to let them know, things that they should do early that I didn't do early to make them better so they can reach their potential a lot sooner.
I see the word finish a lot. I heard a lot of guys talk about it on Wednesday about finishing. Even some of the defensive ends, Jimmy Scott was talking about finishing more. How much has that been emphasized, with the season they had last year and the way they maybe didn't finish the season the way they wanted? How much have you heard that since you got here over the last 8 months?
A lot. I heard it a lot. Even all through spring, every day we heard finish. Getting ready to go into camp, every single day I heard it this morning, finish. That's a big thing because that's like you said, how last season ended. You can't get complacent and you have to go everything 100% full speed. And that's been our biggest thing. That's a bad taste in our mouth right now. The loss, and I wasn't even here, but I don't want to keep hearing that. I don't. So that's been a big thing. You got to be reminded of it because you can't never get too high. So you got to finish.
Do you feel like that's an area of your game that you're good at?
Finishing, absolutely. Absolutely.
Why?
Just what I learned about myself over time. I have to finish. But it wasn't something I always did. I had to pick it up along the way. So, yeah.
You've been in the system a couple of 8 or so months now. How are you feeling comfortability-wise now that you've really gotten to know the playbook?
Really great. I mean, the playbook's good. Working with Coop and Jeff has been amazing. We're building a lot of chemistry on the offensive line. So I'm really excited for the season.
You kind of had I don't know if it was a curveball or not, but late in spring camp when Ryan Coretta got hurt, you had to move over to center. Was that something you had been practicing throughout spring, or is that just another thing you kind of have in your arsenal now?
Whatever Coach Darver wants me to do, center, guard, tackle, whatever, I'm here to do my job. So.
Had you snapped before that though?
I've been playing guard, playing center my whole life, so snapping just comes natural to me.
You mentioned, coming in with kind of Stanley and Jeffrey. How beneficial has it been to come in with two other transfers and all three of you are fighting for some starting spots?
I think it's been great. Deep down we're one group trying to do one job, So working together with them has been phenomenal, and being able to compete against them has been great as well.
How often do you guys talk about the struggles from last season, and where do you think you can help with some of those?
Not really at all. We've been more focused on this season. We've been worried about, doing our job this season and what we need to do to have positive plays.
You a little more physical today that you guys had the shoulder pads on?
Oh yeah. Love putting the pads on. First day of pads. We came out, I could feel the energy with the boys. It was great. Went out there and balled, so it was good time.
What were the initial impressions just going up against the D line, maybe cracking the shoulder pads?
Oh yeah, it's always competition. Working against those guys has been great. They're very competitive, and that's what I was looking for. So being able to go against them and block them every day just makes me better.
What would you say you're working on the most to make yourself stand out?
Being physical, doing my job, being as consistent as I can be every single play, as a unit, as a group, being able to protect the quarterback, pass pro, being able to get positive run plays, and just dominating the line of scrimmage has been the most important thing.
Did you have any kind of recurring battles from the scrimmages in the spring? With a couple of D tackles that you're looking forward to kind of getting back into once you guys have
always Ghost, Brad. Those guys love to talk, and I love to talk as well, and it's always fun time. We're always going after each other, so it's always a good time, and we're always getting better.
Are those guys, it seems like they're both, especially just here, but all those young D tackles seem pretty strong. Is that maybe the biggest thing, is just like a strength battle against them?
When you're trying to run the ball, we got to move these guys, and they're good at their job. So we're getting better.
How helpful has it been to have Blaine Spires, BJ Williams, and Ryan Baer just to not only get acclimated in spring, but now that camp's in the thing?
They've been unbelievable. Great teammates, great leaders, Coop, BJ, and Baer, but all of them. The chemistry between me and Jeff and them has been great, and I love working with Cooper. He's a great center. Working with BJ and Baer, obviously they're on the right side, but being around all of them all the time is just a good thing.